Hola y bienvenido. Welcome to Lito's Language Lab, the place where Spanish comes to life. This is your Spanish adventure. We don't just learn words, we use them, we play with them, and we make them our very own. So let's jump in and use our Spanish with confidence. Vamos! Today, we're learning something new called noun helpers. Noun helpers are words that help us talk about nouns. Remember, a noun is a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. But nouns don't usually work alone. They need other words to help tell us more about them. Do you remember how we learned that every word belongs to one of 8 parts of speech? That means words don't just float around on their own. They each have a job they do in a sentence. Some words are nouns, some are verbs, some are adjectives. Knowing a word's job helps us understand how to use them and where they belong in a sentence. Today, we're zooming in on one of those parts of speech because it plays a very important role in Spanish. Adjectives are words that describe nouns. They tell us more about the noun, and noun helpers are a very special kind of adjective. Noun helpers don't tell us what the noun looks like, whether they're big or small or red or blue. They tell us how we are talking about that noun. They help us answer questions like, are we talking about one noun in particular? Are we talking about one in general? Is the noun close to me? Is it further away? That's how noun helpers help. Today, we're learning 2 very important noun helpers. In English, these noun helpers mean the. When we say the, we're not talking about just any noun, we're talking about one particular noun. Out of all the nouns around us, these noun helpers help us zoom in and talk about one noun in particular. In Spanish, we have 2 options for the English word the. We choose either el or la. El is the masculine form of the English word, while la is the feminine form of the same word, the. So now that we know what noun helpers are and what they help us talk about, there's one more thing you need to know about them. Noun helpers always come before the noun. They stand in front of the noun like a helper. Here's something else that's very important about Spanish. In Spanish, adjectives and nouns have to agree. Agree means that they have to match. If the noun is masculine, the noun helper must be masculine. If the noun is feminine, the noun helper must be feminine. That's why we say el libro. Libro is a masculine noun, so the noun helper for the also has to be masculine. We use el. And in the same way, we say la maleta. Maleta is a feminine noun, so the noun helper for the also has to be feminine. We use la. So now you might be thinking, okay, I know they have to match, but how do I know which one to use? And that's a great question. Uh-oh, our noun helper looks a little confused. It's asking an important question. Which one do I use, el or la? And here's the rule, and this rule never changes. Noun helpers don't choose for themselves. They look at the noun to decide. The noun is the boss. Remember, every noun has a gender. The noun tells us if it is masculine or feminine. So the noun helper asks, is the noun masculine? Okay, I use el. Is the noun feminine? Oh, okay, I use la. The noun tells the helper what to be. It helps it choose whether it uses el or la. And remember, this isn't about boys and girls, masculine or feminine. This is about how Spanish organizes words. Every noun has a gender, and noun helpers help us match that gender. That's how Spanish works, and you're learning it step by step. Say this after me. El and la help us talk about the noun. The specific noun. Excellent. These noun helpers, el and la, are called definite articles because they talk about a specific noun, not just any one, a very specific one. Before we start using el and la, let's warm up our Spanish brain. We're going to sort our nouns into 2 groups, masculine and feminine. Listen carefully to my question and say your answer out loud. But here's the very important part. I don't want you just to answer in one word. I want you to answer in a full, complete sentence. For example, if I ask, is libro a masculine or feminine noun? I want you to say, libro is a masculine noun. When you hear the question and then you hear yourself say the answer, your brain is learning the gender of that noun. This helps you remember it later when you start using el and la. All right, Spanish brains on? Check. Spanish voices ready? Check. Vamos, let's go. Bandera, flag. Is bandera a masculine or feminine noun? Did you answer in a full sentence? Bandera is a feminine noun. That full sentence matters. When you hear the question and then you hear yourself say the complete answer, your brain starts locking in the gender of that noun, and that's exactly how you learn this. Let's keep going. Mapa, map. Is mapa a masculine or feminine noun? Yes, mapa is a masculine noun. Libro, book. Is libro a masculine or feminine noun? Excellent. Libro is a masculine noun. Música, music. Is música a masculine or feminine noun? That's right. Música is a feminine noun. Norte, north. Is norte a masculine or feminine noun? Correct. Norte is a masculine noun. Maleta, suitcase. Is maleta a masculine or feminine noun? Perfect. Maleta is a feminine noun. Lápiz, pencil. Is lápiz a masculine or feminine noun? You got it. Lápiz is a masculine noun. Comida, food. Is comida a masculine or feminine noun? Great. Comida is a feminine noun. Borrador, eraser. Is borrador a masculine or feminine noun? Correct. Borrador is a masculine noun. Capital, capital. Is capital a masculine or feminine noun? Exactly. Capital is a feminine noun. Marcador, marker. Is marcador a masculine or feminine noun? Yes, marcador is a masculine noun. Aventura, adventure. Is aventura a masculine or feminine noun? Perfect. Aventura is a feminine noun. Cuaderno, notebook. Is cuaderno a masculine or feminine noun? Great. Cuaderno is a masculine noun. Pasaporte, passport. Is pasaporte a masculine or feminine noun? Correct. Pasaporte is a masculine noun. País, country. Is país a masculine or feminine noun? Yes, país is a masculine noun. Sombrero, hat. Is sombrero a masculine or feminine noun? Excellent. Sombrero is a masculine noun. What you're doing right now might feel simple, but it actually is very powerful. Every time you say that a noun is masculine or that a noun is feminine, you're building a strong foundation in Spanish. Why? Because in Spanish, nouns don't work alone. The words that go with nouns, noun helpers, adjectives, and many other words all depend on the gender of that noun. So when you know the gender of a noun, everything else becomes easier. That's why we practice this. That's why we say it out loud, and that's why this step matters. Now it's time to put our Spanish skills to the test and start using our definite articles, el and la, to say the book, the marker, the. Are you ready? Let's go. Say the book.
El libro.
Say the pencil.
El lápiz.
Say the eraser.
El borrador.
Say the marker.
El marcador.
Say the notebook.
El cuaderno.
Say the map.
El mapa.
Say the passport.
El pasaporte.
Say the country.
El país.
Say the north.
El norte.
Say the hat.
El sombrero.
Excellent. You just practiced a whole group of masculine nouns using el. Now let's switch gears and practice our feminine nouns using la. Say the flag.
La bandera.
Say the capital.
La capital.
Say the food.
La comida.
Say the music.
La música.
Say the adventure.
La aventura.
Say the suitcase.
La maleta.
Excellent work. Now let's do it again, but this time we're going to mix it up a little bit. Listen carefully and choose el or la each time. Say the book.
El libro.
Say the flag.
La bandera.
Say the north.
El norte.
Say the pencil.
El lápiz.
Say the food.
La comida.
Say the eraser.
El borrador.
Say the music.
La música.
Say the marker.
El marcador.
Say the capital.
La capital.
Say the notebook.
El cuaderno.
Say the adventure.
La aventura.
Say the map.
El mapa.
Say the hat.
El sombrero.
Say the suitcase.
La maleta.
Say the passport.
El pasaporte.
And finally, say the country.
El país.
Great translations. Now that you can choose el and la with individual nouns, it's time to use them inside full Spanish sentences. Let's start building. Say, I have the book.
Tengo el libro.
Say, you need the pencil.
Necesitas el lápiz.
Say, I don't have the eraser.
No tengo el borrador.
Say, you have the marker.
Tienes el marcador.
Say, I need the notebook.
Necesito el cuaderno.
Say, you don't need the map.
No necesitas el mapa.
Say, I have the passport.
Tengo el pasaporte.
Say, you need the country.
Necesitas el país.
Say, you have the hat.
Tienes el sombrero.
Say, I have the flag.
Tengo la bandera.
Say, you need the capital.
Necesitas la capital.
Say, I don't have the food.
No tengo la comida.
Say, you have the music.
Tienes la música.
Say, I need the adventure.
Necesito la aventura.
Say, you don't need the suitcase.
No necesitas la maleta.
Amazing work. Today you took a big step in Spanish. You moved beyond just my and your and learned how to use el and la to talk about specific nouns. That means you're not just speaking Spanish anymore. You're understanding how it works. And guess what? Next time we're going to keep leveling up. We'll learn about un and una and talk about any one noun, not a specific one. That's how Spanish grows. Excellent work today. I loved learning Spanish with you in Lito's Language Lab. Until next time, hasta pronto.